Hello, my name is Troy Epperson. I'm from oneononetrading.com, and we're going to do a quick tutorial on NinjaTrader on how to use their playback function. The playback function allows you to download a previous day. You can choose the month and the day and the contract, download that data, and then you can replay it. It's extremely useful for practicing, especially if you want to practice the same exact setup over and over again. You can do the trade, you can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can repeat it. So it's very, very good for practice. So here we go. So first thing you want to do is set up a workspace. So you would go into your control panel and you would go to workspace and you could say new untitled, go down to untitled and just build you one. I've already got one called generic playback. And that's the one I'm using right now. Choose a name for your workspace, and then make sure, this is very, very important, make sure that you only use a single instrument. You can have multiple charts, but you want to make this as simple as possible. If you put more than one instrument in this chart, like another tab, you are going to cause the playback to crash. Okay, playback's kind of wonky. And so you just have to trust me on this. You only want to have one instrument only. Now you can set your charts up any way you want. Here I've got the volumetric chart and a daily chart. And then you just, once you get everything you want on it, including the indicators you want. Now, let me also recommend that you use the least number of indicators possible. The more calculations it has to do, again, it bogs it down. It doesn't like it. Okay, so once you have your playback workspace built, then you say, okay, make sure you save it, workspace, you highlight it and hit save, make sure it's saved. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into connections. So connections, first and foremost, we're going to disconnect whatever we've got going on. So you want to make sure it's completely disconnected. Now we're going to go and we're going to select playback. Hit playback, and then it's going to pop up this historical data box. We are going to do market replay. And if I double click on this, it's going to show that I already have the some ES in here. If I highlight that, it's going to say, oh, these are the dates you have downloaded. Okay. So that just shows you what you already have downloaded. If you don't have anything downloaded, you'll click right here and select the ES, whatever contract you want. This is the current contract, and then whatever day you want. So I'm going to go back to February. Go to February 2nd, highlights, and then say download. And it's going to download, see, loading data for the 2nd of February. Now, if you want more than one day, this is the place where you add it. So once this is finished, I'm going to change the date. We'll add the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, whatever. While it's doing this, it usually doesn't take very long to download one day. Okay, it's done now. So now I'm going to add another day. I'm going to go the 3rd, say download, and it's going to download the 3rd. I can also go back to here and click on that, and it'll say, oh yeah, you just downloaded the 2nd of February. Now it's finished with the 3rd of February. So now I've got, and you can do what I like to do is I download an entire week. So I'd go the 4th, download, it'll just take a second, and then you'll be able to see that yes, I do have the 2nd and the 3rd. Hopefully the 4th will be there very shortly. Anyway, you load your whole 5 days. I like to have a whole week downloaded, so then once you start the playback, you can just continue to cruise through that particular week, day after day. Okay, so now it's finished. I'm just going to double check, make sure, okay, I've got 3 days. That's good enough for this demonstration. Now I'm going to say continue. As soon as I say continue, the chart is going to update. I'm going to move my control panel out of the way. It is going to immediately go, here's your playback window here, controls. You hit the play button. There's how fast it goes, up and down, 1, 2, 4, up to a maximum of 1,000 times real time. Now you can see here, it's defaulting to January 28th, which is the very first day of data. Now, to go to the 2nd of February, inside the little playback box, I'm going to right click and I'm going to say go to. And I want to go to the 2nd of February at 9 a.m. I just highlight that and I'm going to go to 9 a.m. So it's going to automatically, I'm going to say okay here, and it's going to automatically jump to 9 a.m. on February 2nd. I'm going to hit my F key here to show where I am at. I'm at 9 o'clock. The bar timer is saying, hey, nothing's coming in right now. And that's perfectly true. And then I can hit the play button and you'll immediately see the data starts coming in. Okay, it's filling up. I can now use my ATM strategy. Make sure your account says playback, and it should. It should only be one option, playback. And I can randomly buy it or sell it, and it'll act just as if it was live. So I'll just go short here. So there I'm short. Let's just see what happens as it progresses here. If it goes against me, whatever, I can move my stop loss, I can move my target, and if I need to close, I'm just going to go ahead and close. But that's an example of doing a playback. Now I can pause this. Say that I want to move to 9:30. So I can do two things. I can either move the slide rule. Now there's a slide rule right here. As a rule of thumb, don't use it. For whatever reason, it likes to cause things to crash. You're better off right-clicking and saying go to the date and then say 9:30. I'll go 9:30 and 0 seconds, and say okay. And then it's going to gray out and then it loads right to 9:30:00. Okay. Now you can do whatever you want to do with your long-term chart, drawing lines, doing your pre-market work, and then you can actually trade this particular day. Now let's go ahead and put the play button on so you see that it's moving. Okay, now say there is a trade. I've previously determined there's a trade at 10 a.m., but I want to make sure I have all the data going up to it. So I can use this up key, up ellipsis 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times real time, and it's really going to get moving. It's going to be hard to see, and it's going to be very hard to trade this because it's moving so fast, but it's moving forward through time. I can even go faster, 50 times real time. You can see how quickly it's moving through time. It's like in 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So it's moving very, 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 very fast. So I get to approximately 10 o'clock. I can first of all, I can pause it. Okay. So I'm going to go even faster. I'm going to go to 100 times. I'm watching this down here. I want to get close to 10 o'clock. Okay. Pause right there. Now I paused it at 9:59. Now I can slow it down, click on that and go back to real time. And then I can go from there. Okay. So this is how you move forward and backwards. Now, when you make a trade, like that trade that we made is going to be in executions. If we move over here back to the control panel, we can go to accounts. You'll see that it automatically gives you a $100,000 account. Now, every time you move forward through time using the go to function, you're going to erase any of the trades that you did. That is why you want to use the forward. Going forward, it remembers because it's all one session. When you stop it and restart it, it clears out. You won't be able to see the trades or the executions that you made. You can see there's none there, none under position. So I can very quickly continue this, and let's go short and let's close. And now we have the trade right there, and you can go into positions. And if it was open, it would be open. If we want to see the execution, all that is there. Now, also, if you go into tool or new, go to account or trade performance, okay, that's going to bring up this little window right here, which you have probably already seen, but it will show once I change it to the appropriate filter. I got some Apex stuff in here. We are on the 2nd. You got to make sure your date matches the date that you're trading. So now if I generate this, there's only playback as an account. Click on playback. You can say I had one trade, 100%. You have all your data. All of your data here for that day. You got to make sure your date is correct. I had forgotten that. So all the trades you make will be in here. You can do your analysis on them. But if we stop this, we pause this, and we physically move it, like go to, it's going to forget this trade. It starts over again. So if you want to have a full day's worth, You move through the chart by using the advance or the forward button by changing the speed. Okay, so that's all the basic tricks to doing playback. Now, obviously, when you are ready to be finished, we're going to go back to the control panel and you'll go to connections. You'll disconnect the playback connection and you'll be back to wherever you want to go, wherever your whatever your connection, your live connection is. You can then reset it and you're back in business. You can also go back and change over to your original workspace. Just remember to always keep a kind of generic playback in order to make sure you keep it as simple as possible so that the playback does not get confused. Minimal number of indicators, and also remember just a one instrument. That is it. That's how you use the playback function. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and like, and check out our website, oneononetrading.com, and the other videos that we have on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.